Hi, I'm Kevin Price. This is my Price Point edition. Do want to encourage you to check us out over there at usdailyreview.com and at priceofbusiness.com, the website for the Price of Business show on Business Talk 1110 AM. Want to talk about the downfall of President Morsi. Boy, that was fast, wasn't it? It seemed like he was only in power for months. It was really a couple of years, but if you were living in Egypt, it felt like a couple of decades, according to many Egyptians, in terms of how difficult and how rough it was, particularly for minorities there. Christian minorities in particular found a level of oppression that they never experienced even under the regime that came before it. Those were looking like good old days to them. And so Morsi came, and now he's gone, and now they've got a temporary political infrastructure there again. And people are pondering, people are thinking about it. My thought is I told you so. You know, have you heard my commentaries months ago? Have you heard me on the Price of Business radio show, read my articles at U.S. Daily Review and other news websites? I've been saying that what would happen with the so-called Arab Spring is that one form of dictatorship, which was being funded by the United States government, which meant they would be at least tolerant to Israel and tolerant to the West, are being replaced by irresponsible regimes that are anti-U.S., anti-Israel, and would create all kinds of problems for the United States. What was interesting is that under Morsi, we continued to give the same amount of money under Morsi that we did in the previous regime, although we got nothing back in return. You're talking about billions of dollars, nothing back in return. And you look at that situation. Now you've got some liberal political pundits saying they want to double the amount of money to give to Egypt so it have more of a meaningful impact. Well, tell that to the 20 million plus Americans who are unemployed. What we need is a foreign policy that's realistic, a foreign policy that looks out truly for U.S. expectations. I'm really not into this idea of funding other governments. It keeps them permanently dependent on the U.S. And like teenagers who are growing up in American homes everywhere that get too much money, they become entitled and arrogant and begin to rebel against the people that actually provide that money. That's exactly what we get from third world dictatorships that are getting funding from us. We need to have a foreign policy that really forces these countries to sort out their own futures and get the United States out of that. That's my perspective. I'd love to get yours. Love to hear from you. Give me an email at info@usdailyreview.com. That's my Price Point edition.